maybe put your headphones on and.
I'm ready.
Party,
First of all,
party.
Chelsea,
I'm always
great
ready.
live. You were great on Saturday. You're great
Thank
today.
you.
You're incredible.
Thank you.
Great songs. Everyone check out the EP. It just dropped Saturday.
Yeah, In Love in Hell.
Yeah.
CHLSY with no vowels.
CHLSY with no vowels, who's in love in hell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one of the lines in Tumbleweed, which I wrote with Dave Audet, who's sitting in studio with us.
I did very little work. I just let
That's not true
CHLSY's
at all.
a phenomenal next level songwriter, and I just literally my job is to just let her do everything and try and make sure it sounds good.
That's not true, Dave. You're
basically,
not giving
Dave
yourself
said
enough
he did
credit.
Very little.
Yeah.
Dave said he did very
That song
little.
would not exist without Dave.
No,
I mean, what do you think, CHLSY's best friend?
This is Elise.
CHLSY talks about Dave constantly and just the work that they make together.
Does she speak to him like in a double negative? Like, I'm going to kill Dave Audet?
She
Does
talks
say
about how
things like that?
terrible he is. And
Yeah.
you know,
Talking.
here's the best part about the whole
Me
thing
and
is
you. Me and you.
she
right
called. What's the name? What's on your shirts you're selling?
In Love in Hell?
Right, and I purchased a shirt for my 6-year-old daughter, who now has a purple shirt that says "In Love in Hell."
That's so sweet. Oh my
there. Good purchase,
God.
Dave. Good
No, I'm
purchase.
just saying. And I didn't really think about it until I actually put it on her, and I said, "Well, I don't know if that's really what I want my daughter to be wearing."
CHLSY came
Around.
to me with a whole plethora of different album names, and I think all of them fit the vibe of exactly what your music says.
And Elise actually was the one that that we bounced it off of each other and came
So
up
should
with
it
that.
be in love, ... in hell?
So I think for me, at least, it's there's a couple meanings to it, because in the past, when I have fallen in love with people, I have been in a very bad place in my life, or I've been in relationships that have felt really confining. I've felt really trapped. Most of the people I've dated have wanted me to quit music. And so I've always felt like I could not ever.
Dumb.
That's true.
It's true. It's
So they can
and
have
it's
you
sad.
all to themselves.
So
yeah,
dumb.
well, and that's
They
the
told
thing.
her she would never make it, and it's like,
They
what
told me
kind
I
of
would never make
motivation
it.
is that?
Right, and that's the thing is, it's like, I think when you're a musician, you are always going to have this one true love of your life, and that's music, and that's songwriting, and that's whatever instrument you play. And I think that can be threatening to a non-musician. And so when I wrote a lot of these songs, I was reflecting on those relationships that felt very confining, where I felt very trapped. And so we came up with the title "In Love in Hell." It's one of the lines in Tumbleweed, and it's just kind of about, Tumbleweed is about wanting to be free, and how relationships can
You want to be
feel really
free
confining.
blowing across the desert.
Right,
like a
exactly.
tumbleweed.
The line is, I always seem to fall in love in hell. And I told her to simplify it because it feels more like a constant state. It feels like in love in hell is a state of being, and not just an idea like, oh, I always seem to fall in love in hell. It's like, no, it's this existence that you have when you're trapped in a relationship. And I
CHLSY,
think that resonates a lot more.
I'm going to tell you something. I've known a lot of successful people. Enrique's best friend is a guy named Fernando, who's his manager, by the way. This goes on and on. I could add a list to the best friend. That's your manager right there.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. No, Elise is the best.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Some of the most successful people in
She
the world
should be.
have their best friends managing them.
That would be pretty dope, dude.
Yeah.
That would be pretty dope.
Because they're
You're
going to have your
welcome. We
best
joked-
interest in mind.
That's
always.
so true.
And they're going to check your BS at the door.
Yeah.
She
I can read
pulled
her
that
mind,
line out
too.
of the sand.
No, yeah, she can definitely read my mind. Elise is like my soulmate. She's been my best friend since we were like little kids.
I
and-
think being around other artists too, your best ideas come out. People that kind of just get the creative process,
Yeah.
get your brain, and like can create something new with you.
Mhm.
So look, CHLSY, I'd like you to shout out your socials, tell everyone where they can find you.
Thank you,
And
Jeff.
I can't stay on this show much longer today because I have to get on a
It's getting
jet,
late, huh?
go to Atlanta, and do another show at 11
Oh,
p.m.
wow. Okay.
So I would like you to shout out your socials,
Alrighty.
okay, and tell everybody everything they need to know about King CHLSY.
Cool. Yeah. I'm King CHLSY. I'm CHLSY with no vowels. You can find me on Instagram at King CHLSY and on all social media platforms at King CHLSY. And I just released my EP In Love in Hell. Dave Audet produced 4 of the songs and co-wrote 4 of the songs on it. Go check it out. I'm proud of it.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks. And thank you for having me on
I'm proud
today,
of her
Jeff.
too. She's great.
Oh, thank you
And
guys.
Dave, do you want to give CHLSY?
No, I think I already said it. CHLSY, I met her and I realized through you, Jeff introduced me to CHLSY.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. And I realized what a great talent she is. And my what I like to do is develop talent that should be heard.
Well, thank
and
you,
she
Dave.
should be heard.
Best friend, new manager.
Best friend, new
wanna say?
manager. I think that seeing Chelsea perform live, it's the first time I've seen her live since we were 15 years old, maybe 14 even. And there's just something really special there. So I can't wait to see what's next.
It's great. Now,
Thank you.
I know a lot of your band members. There's
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer. There's Guitar Boy. I forget the bass player's name. What's his name?
Sean.
Sean. Sean Bass, right? Or is it Bass Sean?
Sure.
Either way. And when you put them all together with you, this energy, Sawyer's a madman, your drummer.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
He's literally
And
the best drummer I've ever met in my life. I am
Guitar
constantly
Boy's
blown
off
away
the
by him.
chains,
Oh,
too.
I'm literally constantly blown away by all of them.
Yep.
And Sean too.
And
Like they're
Sean
so
is amazing. And
so
to see it all
talented.
together, you've got a great band. Where did
Oh, I
you
know.
meet that band?
Honestly, it's such an honor to be able to just be in the presence of them, and I'm constantly in awe of them. It's such an honor
Where
to be able
did
to
you
play with
meet
them.
them?
I met them actually. I don't know when I met Sawyer. We talk about this quite frequently. He
Did you go to school together?
we went to Belmont together.
That
And
might be it.
I live with Sawyer now. He's one of my roommates, and I don't remember meeting him. I feel like he's been in my life forever, and I don't know how we met, but he's one of my best friends in the world, and I'm so lucky to know him. And then I met who you call Guitar Boy, Corgan, at a party when we were.
Don't you think that Corgan and Guitar Boy, it works. His name's Corgan.
Yeah.
But Guitar Boy works for him too.
Whatever you want, Jeff. Whatever you want.
He's badass.
Oh, I know. He's
Very
so cool.
talented.
So insanely talented. I know. It's I'm constantly in awe. But I met him at a party freshman year, and we actually screamed at each other. Like screamed at each other for
Sounds
an
like
hour. And we
sounds
were
like a
both
great
like
relationship.
we were like, you have to write with me, blah, 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 screaming. And then we put each other in our phones as Chelsea better effing write with me and Corgan better effing write with me, and then never spoke again for 3 years until all of a sudden my old guitar player couldn't come on tour with us, and so he like filled in, and then he's been our guitar player ever since, and we started a band together, the three of us, called American Gothic, and
Which played the other night too, before
Yeah.
your set.
yeah.
You did a double set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Okay, so your EP released Thursday at 12:01, so Friday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of the songs. The way I found you is you submitted a song to this radio station
Right.
called Cowboy.
Yeah,
Which is
crazy.
phenomenal.
Crazy.
And that's how I've known you,
Thank
and
you.
I've followed you on your journey so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
And the other night you played a couple songs, but there's a song on the EP that just released on Friday called can I choose the songs, the order that I want to
Go
play?
for it.
Called Pray.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone out there, Chelsea's the best. Go ahead and shout out.
Thank you,
the
Twitch.
Twitch people. Everyone who's into sort of what I consider modern music.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to. You're not a genre. You're modern music,
Yeah.
right? You can go from left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Are you distracted?
I did
Because this is
space
your
out.
interview
I
right
will
now.
say,
Yeah.
I spaced out a little bit. This is another song off my EP that I just released. It's called In Love and Hell. It's available on all streaming platforms. That last one was Tumbleweed. This one's called Pray. I wrote both of these songs actually with the wonderful Dave Ade, who is in studio with us today. You really thought I'd go easy on you. When I walked in the room, I could smell her perfume. You really thought that you could bend the rules and act like a fool and never have to do your time. That's fine. I'll be hiding in the shadows in the corner of your room. Be careful what you wish for. If you're not, it might come true. And there won't be a thing you can do or say. When I find you, there'll be no escape. It's too late. You'll never get away. You better pray. You so great. Wipe the sweat from your face. Hope to God that you're safe. I'll be hiding in the shadows in the corner of your room. Be careful what you wish for. If you're not, it might come true. And there won't be a thing you can do or say. When I find you, there'll be no escape. It's too late. You'll never get away. You better pray. You better. Thank you so much.
Amazing. CHLSY, come on, sit down. Let's do a little post
Okay,
live show
thank you so
interview.
much for
Incredible.
listening, guys.